gentlemen, we're back here again at the RSP Lounge at Ranger Stop and Pop. The guests don't stop and the fun just continues to go. Right now, I have JD Sutphin.
Yeah.
Sutphin, okay? Because I don't want to mess up these amazing creatives that I'm having on here today, by the way. So before we start, I'm going to start off with a little introduction about you, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, today we're talking with a true creative force, writer, musician, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and a Power Ranger superfan?
Absolutely.
Is that safe to say?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
JD's also a wrote for Boom Studios, a combo for Boom Studios. Yep. Whether you know him from his work with Boom, like I mentioned before, and the Power Ranger comics, your musical adventures, am I right? Or his passion projects, JD brings a unique spark to everything he does. We're going to dive in right now. We got a couple questions for you. JD, you've been able to channel your love for Power Rangers into actual creative work with the comics at Boom Studios. Do you remember the moment you found out you'd be working on something official for the franchise?
Yeah, so Nakia Baris, you know, a Power Ranger as well, a legend in of herself. We had been working on this all original comic book series that's coming out later this year.
Yeah.
And the whole thought was like, you know, before we do this, just like you want to practice and get better at something before you really dive into it. It's like, what if we wrote something that we really, really know together and see how we write together first?
Yeah.
And I positioned the idea of like, what if we wrote a Power Ranger comic? Like, you think that Boom would let us? And we had this whole idea. And she was like, I know some people at Boom. But she literally sent them an email. And I mean, it was a matter of like, not even that week, I think, that we got a yes back.
Wow, that quickly.
And it was, I mean, like lightning strike.
Did you have enough time to think? Like even put a thought together? Okay, cool, the idea's there. Let's do a comic book, but like...
Even you asking the question now, it's like, I have not really taken a second to like think about just what this franchise and universe means to me, and the fact that I got to add to the canon of them.
Yes,
I was 10 years old when the first episode dropped and I watched it live. I found my friends in Power Rangers that didn't exist in real life. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's still, the whole perspective of it has not been, I haven't grabbed it yet.
Right, yeah.
You know? But I mean, it was one of those things where, I mean, it honestly felt like I was pulling the sword out of the stone.
Quick reminder,
you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, I get to add to this something that really means something to me.
It's crazy because I too was the same age when I first saw it.
Nice.
And I too found the people within the Power Ranger community back then.
And it really is a community.
Yeah. And it was very, very diverse.
Absolutely.
The cast has always been diverse.
Oh, yeah.
So you found those people around you.
Totally. Those are
oh, my God. I'm so jealous. I got goosebumps when you were telling the story, by the way, because I, too, felt that when I first started watching it. Yeah. My other question for you is, now, the Power Ranger comics at Boom have gone in some wild directions. Outside of the TV series, they've done some creative stuff for themselves, which, by the way, I've owned every single series that they've came out with. As a creator, how do you balance paying tribute to the legacy with bringing something totally new to the table?
I mean, you know, it's one of those things where I think that you cannot think about that stuff because that will divorce you from the creative project. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't think about what has been done or what even is being done. You have to stay true to what your vision is. And if you really believe in it, and if you feel that you understand what those characters are, that's when it's going to work.
That's such a good answer. That's why you're here, and I'm just asking them. You know.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your passion projects outside of Power Rangers, where from music to everything else. How you interweave all of that stuff into your life.
Well, it's weird because it all comes back to comic books.
There you go, yeah.
Because I was a kid that wanted to be the next Alex Ross or Jim Lee.
Oh,
that was my goal.
Lord.
I was like, I want to draw
legends.
And again, that was that same between 10 and 14 was Power Rangers, Batman the Animated Series, X-Men #1, Spawn #1, Amazing Spider-Man #1. All of that stuff happening in these crucial years. Listening to Metallica's Black Album and Load, and it wasn't until I'm listening to music and drawing comics that then I started, as I'm listening to music, well, I want to play music, Got into music that led me on a whole other professional career. So I got into radio for a long time.
Nice, yeah.
After radio, I started an event company that I produced my own Comic-Con.
Yeah.
By being into Comic-Con, I met Nakia, and now I write comic books. And it's like,
it's all coming in full circle.
It really is, man. It's wild.
So you grew up in the comic books of back then.
Oh, totally.
Rob Liefeld, all these amazing creators.
Absolutely.
Is there one that stands out? What was your very first comic book you remember holding in your hand?
I bought Amazing Spider-Man 386.
So
it's the Eric Larson cover with Venom holding the skull of Spider-Man.
That is such a classic.
Yeah. And it was like, I mean, when you're, I think I was 12 or something like that, maybe even younger than that. And just be like, that is so heavy metal.
Yes,
you know?
yeah.
And like that, when you think about when you're flipping through CDs at a store back then, just looking at the cover art, you're like, this speaks to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what did it.
So that was what Image Comics was back then when they started. Like,
and Wildcats.
Youngbloods,
for sure.
Pit. You remember Pit?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
man.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Those are. We can talk on and on for all this. Sorry. We're geeking out.
Yeah.
Now, what's a totally unexpected skill or hobby you have that most people would never guess from your resume?
I am an incredible whistler.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
So you got like tones up there?
Oh, yeah.
Can you give us a little...
I mean, like, you know...
Wow.
You imagine that there's like snow white birds dancing around my head when I wake up in the morning.
That's what I thought. I was looking around to see if I had any magic around me. Let's imagine you could assemble your own Power Ranger team from any era, right? Which obviously you can because you're a writer in the comic book world. You can do comics, TV, movies, whatever, whichever. Who's on your squad and what makes that a personal dream of yours?
Well, I mean, Tommy with the Master Move.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
No one is literally going to be able to stop that guy.
Without a doubt.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, in the movie, when he throws down and the person's getting saved and he realizes that he's grabbing onto Saba.
Yes.
And Tommy just happened to have Saba on him.
Yeah.
Was that the Forever Red episode? I can't remember which episode.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm talking about when he's on the bridge?
Yes.
I remember that moment of seeing that. It's like, he's just carrying it around, dude. He's just got Saba with him.
As a kid.
And a Master Morph.
Oh, my God.
Like, incredible, man.
And I'm so happy that you've been able to find your way back to where your love originally started.
Yeah.
Because that's hard for a lot of people.
Oh,
because your journey from a kid to adult is crazy. And then, you're working and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
You've mastered it, man. I'm very happy for you, JD.
That means a lot.
That's cool. Before we get out of here, any future projects that you might be able to talk about and throw out there? Go ahead.
So, picture it's 1995.
That's what I think about every day.
I mean, a boy can dream, right?
Yes.
It's 1995, and an alien scientist has come to Earth to try to build a super soldier that will destroy the people that he has been fighting for centuries on his own planet. By a happenstance mistake, he gives superpowers to a group of friends in Roseville, New Jersey. These kids are the only way to stop him, and it's called The Never Never Kids. And it's a brand new comic series from myself and Nakia Baris. It's going to be awesome.
Never Kids.
Yeah.
I'm a huge... Listen, I still collect comic books.
Awesome.
Till this day, I have a pool box. Okay?
Nice.
Shout out to Ultimate Comics out in Cary, North Carolina.
Nice. I know. I've been there before.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Ultimate Comics is great.
Yeah, they always have Nakia and Kat there, too.
Phenomenal.
Oh, my God.
Great people.
Well, I don't live too far, so next time you come over, I got to come and get some... Besides getting stuff signed from you here. But thank you again. Where can people follow you and your journey?
At JD Sutphin on Instagram and Facebook. At Never Never Kids. You can go to neverneverkids.com.
Never Never Kids is going to be, it is going to be awesome. Trust me. Guys, thank you again for hanging out with us here with JD and myself. Comic book nerds, heavy metal nerds, all of it. Like, it just... our era was the best, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, just making sure. I needed a little validation. Thank you guys for watching. We got way more to come. Stay right here on the Ranger Stop and Pop YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.